Hiya, my name's Charlie and welcome to my channel and welcome to my weekly reads. How are you guys? Let me know in the comments below so we can have a good old natter. Before I get into the natty stuff, as I always say, I'm going to go through the pile of books that I've read since the last time I've spoken to you, and also I've got like books that I've got new in the house, etc. As well. Yeah. So the first book I'm going to talk to you about is Five Little Pigs by Agatha Christie. This is one that I spoke about in last week's video, so I won't talk about it too much here. It's one of Agatha Christie's finest, and I just really love this book. So the Five Little Pigs refers to 5 different suspects, and yeah, it's just a really quirky one. I feel like not knowing as much going in is probably the best way with this one. So yeah, definitely check that one out if you haven't already. And I listened to it on audio by a script, so I highly recommend that because the narrator is amazing. So yeah, that's that little one. Then I finished one of my shorties I picked up at the weekend, was Banksy, Graffitied Wars and Wasn't Sorry. This is a non-fiction picture book, kind of does what it says in the tin, talking about Banksy, and yeah, I loved it. As a result, I picked up another non-fiction book, which I'll show you after all of these, which I'm excited to get to. But yeah, this was really fun. This was really good. Then again on Scribd, I listened to one Drop Bear, and on picture on screen, and this was just a really beautiful listen. It's sort of got essays in it as well. It's an essay / poetry collection by an Indigenous Australian author, and yeah, so that sort of, it fit the shorty prompt, but it also fit into my Australia September prompt, September TBR. So yeah, it sort of ticked loads of boxes, and it was really powerful collection / essay collection. I'm not great at talking about poetry collections, but yeah, the essays, again, it was talking about obviously being Indigenous, and some of the rawer aspects of things that have happened. Yeah, definitely check it out. That's that. Then I got to the Tea Dragon Society by Kate O'Neill. This is another of my shorty ones, and this is an amazing like little comic-y type series, obviously featuring tea dragons. This is the first of the series, and it's just really wonderful. It's got loads of good representation in here. It's queer rep, disability rep, just beautiful fun story with really colourful, yeah. And this is one I've reread over and over. I've got the whole collection, so yeah, obviously highly recommend. Then another one of my Australia September picks that I finished was Love Stories by Trent Dalton. This is another non-fiction, and this is in the summer of 2021, Trent Dalton went down to a street corner in Adelaide, I believe, and basically asked asked the passers-by one question, and it's, can you tell me a love story? So he sat down and listened to various people's definitions of what a love story is. Obviously some of them were sweet and kind and some of them were obviously a lot more hard-hitting, but all of them were really interesting, and it's another great collection, and yeah, so it's just really, and the actual audiobook is narrated by Trent Dalton himself, and I love listening to books. I feel like he's a journalist, but he was a journalist before he became like a writer, and yeah, I don't know, it's something about how he was speaking. I just love listening to him. He narrated it beautifully. So yeah, if you've got Scribd, check that one out. Then I finished another one I finished, this was like yesterday or the day before. This is a shorty I picked up from the library. It's called Gunpoint by Jim Eldridge. This is sort of like almost got like sort of illustrated. I think it's classed as a children's. I think it's 11 to 14 years old age, but it was in the adult bit, and it was in the quick read section. So that's why I went in and I was looking for something that was a little bit different out of my usual kind of comfort zone. And I think this is a daughter and a father, and they're plumbers, and it's a hostage type situation, and it's like an adventure story. this was okay. I haven't got a lot to say about it. It was a book, and I read it as Eva from Pretty Purple Polka Dots often says. So yeah, yeah, it was okay. It was fine. Then I've got this, which is a proof, which my lovely friend Jack kindly gifted to me, so thank you. I'll put the correct cover on screen. It's by Ash, Oak and Thorn by Melissa Harrison, is it? And this is a middle grade, it's classed as middle grade fantasy because we're following Moss, Burnett and Cumulus, and basically their world is slowly disappearing, so they're on an adventure to kind of save it. And this is book one of like a series, I think it's maybe one of 4, because I think it's following the seasons. I think this is like the spring book, I think. It could be maybe one of 3, I don't know, I'll find out and put it on screen. Yeah, and yeah, it's just an adventure story, but it's the basic, like obviously the message behind this is that it's talking a lot about environmentalism, and it's sort of teaching it to like the middle grade audience in a really accessible way, which I thought was really well done, and the cat whilst also being fun and enjoyable sort of in that sort of way. So yeah, it was a good book, I enjoyed it. Then we're getting on to the ones, so those are the books I finished. Now we're going to be getting on to the ones I'm currently reading. I'm going to show the one that I forgot to show last week. I'm currently reading The Secrets of Hartwood Hall by Katie Lumsden. Obviously I'm doing Secret September with Charlie and a group of people. We're reading it on Voxer. So in case you didn't know us, that's what we're doing. And yeah, we're reading this throughout September, volume a week, all except for the last week where we're reading 2 volumes. And yeah, this is just, obviously I've already read this. This was in my favourites of the year. I love it. I love rereading it, especially has been even more fun because I'm noticing things and all the little clues that Katie like dropped through and all the extra bits I pick up on more. So yeah, this is just one of my favourite books. I love it so much, and I'm specifically loving the chats on the Voxer because listening to everyone's sort of wild theories as we've been going along has just been brilliant, and it's just such a wonderful group on there. So yeah, if you're on my Voxer group with Charlie, I'm so grateful for you guys. It's just been so brilliant. So yeah, that's one I'm currently reading. And also on audiobook, I only just started this yesterday, so I'm like literally just a couple of chapters in. Tales of the City by Armistead or Maupin. This is my shorty for the 70s/80s prompt, like 70s/80s shorts. I can't remember what type of shorts they are, but yeah, it's 70s 80s book written in the 70s 80s. Yeah, so I'm listening to this on audiobook on Scribd again. The narrator is really good, so I feel like I will enjoy this. Yeah, it's good. I'll tell you more about it when I know, like when I've read, because I've literally just listened to one chapter, and the lead character, his sort of in San Francisco, because it's set in San Francisco, and it's sort of the lead character is out, just not long sort of moved out of home, and she's sort of I'm getting finding a life for herself. So yeah, it's exciting. And then the one I'm nearly finished, I'm literally 2 chapters from the end of, is The Weekend by Charlotte Wood. So in this book, Sylvie, this is about a group of like friends, lifelong friends, like 4 of them, and one of them friends, Sylvie, has passed away, and it's Jude, Wendy and Adele coming together and sort of going at the one weekend clearing her house out. So, and it's sort of what happens. It's very character driven. This is not really a plotty book, I would say. And the interesting thing to note about this is that the characters in this are in their 70s. So yeah, they're sort of older. And there's like, one of them is queer, one of them is, I think, homeless, one of them has like this like ailing dog, and one of them so they've all got their own things going on, and it's just really it's just really, I'm really enjoying the writing, and it's really surprised me. Like, I haven't really wanted to stop reading it, but obviously life is happening, so because I was hoping to just gulp through this at the last weekend, but yeah, it's I can't wait to, if I can try and finish this afternoon, then I will, or if not, maybe tomorrow. But I'm so close. So yeah, really, really good, and I definitely want to check out. Her first book was The Natural Way of Things, I definitely want to, there's try a chapter of that in here, so I probably will try the chapter, and then I'm guessing I'll probably love it though, because this is just really, really good. Like, it's just, you know, there's something about when you read a book and the writing is just really grabbing you. So yeah, but yeah, not a whole lot of plot, but brilliant, like I said. So that is a lot. We've only got, as you watch this, I've only got 7 more days left of Shorty September, which is crazy. That'd be 7 more books in theory. It is, because I'm trying to do a book a day. And then, so I'll show you what I've got left on my, like, this is what I've got left. So these are the books I've got left on my stack to try and read. So will I finish them by next time I see you? I don't know. Will I? I'm going to try, really, really try. Obviously some of them are slightly longer than others, and they're definitely not shorties, but the one I'm sort of scared of reading is When I Sing Mountains Dance, just because the lovely Dia from Novel Idea didn't get on with it, and the reasons she said about it seem like things that I won't, like, I would agree with her on, so that I would also struggle with. So we'll see. I might just DNF that one, we'll see. But I know it did win a prize recently, so I don't know. So that's that. It's very exciting. Have you guys been taking part in Shorty September? How have you got on? How many books have you read? Let me know. So as I speak tonight on my channel, there's going to be the Booker shortlist is going to be happening. So I will link, that would have already happened for you guys. So I will link that in the description. What books are going to be listed? I am so excited. Literally, like, me and Charlie already filmed our predictions of things that we want, things that, like, our Charlie science list. And yeah, we're both so excited. So yeah, I don't know what is it going to be really chaotic. So as you guys watch this, is there going to be chaos on BookTube? Is everyone going to be up in arms being like, oh, there are 9 books that I like enough that I'd be happy. So there's 3 that I'm desperate to be on the list. So yeah, we'll see. That's interesting. I feel like you guys know stuff that I don't know, which is very, very funny. So yeah. Other exciting things, I'm starting to think about books, getting ready for planning for what books I want to potentially read for Victober. My TBR for October is going to be very, very loose because it's my birthday month, and I never really set a proper TBR in my birthday month. I just read by whim completely. I don't put any pressure on myself at all. And so yeah, but I will be doing a Victober TBR, or pile of possibilities kind of thing. So I'll be looking at that. And then also another thing I'm loosely joining in on as well, which I'm excited for, is Gothtober, which is being hosted by Olivia from Olivia's Catastrophe. So I will link Olivia's channel in the description, obviously, as the same with like all the Victober hosts as well. Yeah, so I'm getting very excited to work out. After I've filmed this, I'm going to be going over to the Gothtober link that Olivia's got on her thing and playing the game and seeing what prompts come up. Again, I'm not going to, I will just keep the prompts and print the prompts, and then as I read a book that fits for that, I will then pick another book, like I said. So yeah, that's exciting. So just quickly, I'll quickly show you which books I picked up in the library this week / books that I've acquired this week. So I've got This Other Eden, which is kind of like me hedging my bets because if this could be shortlisted for the Booker. Then I picked up 2 shorties as options. I don't know whether I'm actually going to read them, but they're shorties. So I've got The Other Side of You by Amanda Craig. This could also be like a Gothtober pick because it kind of looks gothic and spooky. Like, is it spooky? There's bones on there and skulls. So yeah, that could be a good one, depending what prompts I get. I've also got In a German Pension by Katherine Mansfield. I've never read any Katherine Mansfield before, but it looked, something about it looked quite good, looked quite quaint. So will I get to that? I don't know. And then also, as I told you guys about me reading the Banksy middle grade book, I picked up Wall and Peace. And this is one that I had just seen my lovely friend Emma, who's moved to Australia, when I used to go around her house, she had this book, and so I kept meaning to borrow it, but obviously now she lives in Australia, it's a little bit harder for me to get to, so I figure I'll just borrow it from the library. So yeah, I'm excited to obviously like flick through this. Then I picked up a book that my lovely friend Charles Heathcote like recommended to me, which is a picture book. It's Frockodile, Jeanne Willis and Stephanie Laberis. And yeah, it's about a little crocodile, and he just wants to it's good, it's so exciting. I'm excited to read that. Then my husband, this isn't just for me, my husband has ordered, there's going to be 3 books coming. I've got the first 3 Deathnotes upstairs, and we've ordered the last 3 ones because we've got 4, and this is 4 and 6, but I've also ordered the 5th one from Blackwell's. Yeah, because we were wanting to try and finish these special editions of them. So yeah, that is that, and they will again be perfect for Gothtober. So maybe I might only read 1 or 2 of them. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. So that is that. So let me know, are you joining in for, are you finished, how are you getting on with your shorties? Are you joining in for Victober? Are you thinking, would you maybe think about joining Gothtober as well? Do you like gothic books? It's always like, now the weather's turning and you can properly feel it's definitely getting autumnal. This is like probably my favourite time to go for walks actually, because it's like a little bit cooler and it's just, yeah, so nice. So me and my husband have started being a little bit better at going out for our walks. Let me know in the comments how you guys are, etc, what you're reading, what you're up to. Yeah, take care and send you guys lots of love. Goodbye.